Hi, and welcome to my channel on mental health. Now, from time to time, we can all come up against stress. Certain stressors are good for us, but too much stress isn't that good for us either. But also, it can be quite difficult to cope with when already suffering with poor mental health. So, avoiding those burnouts because stress affects our mood, our behavior, our motivation, our energy levels, and also our sleep. It can affect us with our mental health. It can affect us overall, the stress. Too much stress, like I said, is not so good for us. And over time, if not dealt with, it causes more of a problem, harder to cope with, can cause a burnout as well. So, preventing a burnout, reducing the stress levels, and increasing, your energy levels and your motivation is all about recharging, what we call recharging our batteries. You know, that's the saying there, recharging our batteries, our mind, allowing our mind and our body to cope better with that stress. Sometimes we need to pull away from the hectic life that we may, life can be hectic, busy, always busy, like work or in education. Just life in general can cause a lot of stress through day-to-day things that may occur. So it's all about trying to reduce those stress levels, knowing well when the stress levels start to take peak. It's all about taking a mental health day. Taking a mental health day is all about putting away from things that occur that you do, in your day-to-day living, the busy hecticness through work, like I said, education and so forth, limiting your responsibilities for that day, your commitments, reducing all that as well, and taking time out to reduce the stress levels and avoid that burnout there that sometimes may occur over time due to all that. So taking a mental health day, planning that day, when you're going to take that day, because from time to time, occasionally doing that can can benefit us in a great way with our mental health overall. So it's not all about sitting at home and ruminating on and dwelling on negative thoughts that may occur from time to time. It's all about being constructive, taking that day and having it constructive self-help care to help reduce and help you with those stress levels and avoiding that burnout there. Now, from time to time as well, long as it's from time to time, you can use maybe that mental health day just sitting around, like potting around the house in your PJs, watching some TV, catching up on some sleep, much needed sleep maybe. That's fine to do from time to time. Occasionally we may think, oh, we can't do that, we can't sit around and do nothing much all day, sitting in our pajamas just watching a bit of TV or having a nap or so forth. It is good for us, realistically, it is good for us to do, as long as it's done occasionally. There's as long as it's done, occasionally, and not done, every day or too much. That is fine to do. So if you wish to use your mental health day, when you take a mental health day to do that, that's fine. But it's not about either sitting and on looking at social media all day and dwelling on those negative thoughts and ruminating, because that in itself can cause a lot of problems as well. Maybe as well using the day to like make a plan of action of what you can do to for future reference to cope better with stress, with your stress and so forth, to avoid that burnout as well. You know, there's many things you can do. Doing things that you enjoy doing, putting away from that busy hecticness that occurs throughout the day. Do we actually take time out? Do we actually take enough time out to rest? Because rest is very important for us. It helps us to recover properly from illnesses, whether it's physical or mental. It helps us to recover better. You know, we're always busy, even with, say, having a physical illness like a cold, flu. After a week, that's it, we're out there back again at work. We don't give ourselves time to actually recover, and we need that rest. We need the rest to recover. So it's using it to like rest as well, but also you can do it like some self-help care to relax, or a hobby, getting a hobby, going swimming, doing things that you enjoy doing that's going to benefit you and help you for your mind and also physically as well. So it's all about taking that time out, using that day to do something that's going to benefit you. You know, it's not going to help with deeper issues, you know, overnight. It's not going to help overnight with deeper issues, but it's going to help you to avoid burnout. You know, if you see that your stress levels are hitting a peak, then it's time to take a mental health day, you know, and I think we should all do that from time to time, taking a mental health day to do something, a bit of self-help care, whether it's, like I said, a hobby or taking time out to relax and so forth, taking it a bit easier on ourselves. I think we need to do that sometimes, because sometimes we can be a bit hard on ourselves and try to push ourselves to the limit, and that causes problems in itself with stress, the build up there, and then it starts to the burnout, and that once you get to that burnout stage, it becomes more of a problem. So it's all about avoiding those issues, avoiding it. But taking that mental health day can help, like I said, refresh our minds, help with our minds, our body, help us recharge ourselves, our energy, increase our energy, our motivation, and reduce that stress. Like I said, our minds from time to time can get quite overwhelmed with things, the overload, and sometimes we need to reduce all that. And by taking a mental health day and doing things that's going to help and benefit us in the long run, and it can also help with coping with our emotions better, and so forth like that. Even doing some art is it's a therapy, like drawing or painting, or is quite relaxing. It helps us to express properly our emotions. So doing things like that can be very beneficial. Reading a book, You may have a couple of things or one certain activity that you wish to do for your mental health day that's going to benefit you, but it can benefit us all from time to time to do that. A change of scenery, going somewhere for a change of scenery is very good for us. A walk, walking out, go around nature is very good. It's very good for us. It can boost our moods and help us reduce all that stress that builds up over time. Because like I said, stress doesn't just occur straight away. It builds up over time and it can hit that peak level, and that's the time to take a break. It's a mental health day is taking a break and help and doing things that's going to relax and reduce those stress levels and help with your mood, your motivation and your energy levels. Exercise does it. Exercise can help physically and mentally, so whatever you wish to do will help and benefit. And also as well, like I said, having a plan, using the plan of action of what you can do for long term to help benefit your mind, your mental health, to help that mind be healthy. Building on a healthy mind is very good. It's very good for us because it's very good for us physically as well. Our physical is a connection with our mental health as well. So there's a close connection there. So it can help us overall, physically and mentally. But also remember, if you're staying at home, if you wish to stay at home and just relax and so forth like that, don't try not to. And it can be very hard, I know, when we're sat around and when we're relaxing, indulging things, unhealthy eating. Unhealthy eating is not very good for us physically or mentally. It's not very good for our moods. I would say from time to time, in moderation, things are fine, if we wish to indulge a little bit. But on a regular basis, in the long run, the unhealthy eating is not very good for us. So making sure a healthy, balanced diet there is very good for our minds and our bodies as well. So yeah, a mental health day is very beneficial, can be very beneficial for us all to do. Like I said, we all have mental health, and from time to time we come across stress. We all come across stress, whether it's just a little bit or, depending on your personal situation, your personal situation there. But from time to time, we can all come across some stress, and too much, it can start to take that effect there. But especially if already suffering with poor mental health, like I said, it becomes harder to cope with. But like I said, over time, with those coping self-help care strategies, tools there, it gets easier, and it gets easier to cope with. And having that in the long run as well, those self-help care tools there can help long term as well. So really this video was about taking a mental health day from time to time, and helping ourselves, basically helping with our mental health, to help improve our mental health, because sometimes it can lag a little bit, slack a little bit with daily stresses that occur, from time to time as well. So I'm going to end the video there. If you wish to subscribe, feel free to, and don't forget to share, and I'll see you in the next video.